most often time we realize that sports and politics don't mix. But the more they say this, the more we see it happening. And it's barely a year to the 2024 Olympics in Paris, and we now talk about whether to allow Russia to participate in the Olympics. We all know that the Russian has been banned from participating in international events, especially the Olympics, because of the staged doping scandal. But just of recent, the IOC, International Olympic Committee, decided that they will allow Russia participate in the coming 2024 Olympics. But unfortunately, a lot of people are saying no. And this is because of the ongoing invasion of the Ukraine by the Russian. What's your opinion and your analysis on this?
Okay, thank you, Shitu. It's a very interesting subject, really. And why it is interesting is because of the statement that says that we should not mix politics and sports, or governance and sports and all of that. But the first thing I would have to say here is politics, governance, and sports are done by human beings. That's the first thing. So I don't see how you can say that the right leg should not follow the left leg when the body is going out. I don't think it's a possibility. It's never going to happen. So immediately we understand that fact, then we need to turn to our humanity. We have to talk to our humanity. We have to ask ourselves what makes us responsible human beings. And basically what makes us different from animals is the value we place on ourselves. The value that I see in you and the value that you see in me, that makes us human beings. So basically the question is, these countries that, and I'm coming to the fact of the IOC, FIFA, and all these other bodies, not just basically being sports organizations. So let me first of all talk about the value we place on ourselves. So if sports bodies in times gone by could ban South Africa from international competitions, could ban Germany after World War II from attending, I think, 2 Olympics. So what caveat is the IOC trying to bring up to say that Russia and Belarus athletes can attend Paris as neutral athletes? I don't get it. I don't get it. Do individuals attend the Olympics?
No.
It is nations that attend the Olympics. So if we say that Russia has done an ignoble thing by invading Ukraine, like a post that was sent out, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, about a particular athlete, a particular Ukrainian athlete who had to join the army, but has been killed now and will not be able to participate in Paris. So what does that tell us? Basically, what, in one sentence, Russia has stopped that athlete from getting to Paris. So are we going to allow the people that stopped that killed that guy to come and compete in Paris? That's just my simplistic understanding of this whole thing. Don't let us postulate, don't let us bring all these foreign laws and all this what the Olympic Charter stands for. Olympic Charter stands for the value of humanity. And I don't think that both Russia and Belarus right now value human beings. So I don't think they should be at the Olympics.
Yeah, but
that's my own.
Yeah, well, good opinion and analysis, but there is also the thoughts that said that they should come in and compete as neutrals, and Russia flags will not be upheld. Russia national anthem and the Belarus national anthem will not be upheld at the Olympics. Some also suggest that these athletes are individuals who have no link or support to Russia invasion of Ukraine. Is that fair enough, or you think in as much as they are Russians, then they should not be allowed? Is that fair enough if the IOC are saying you can come in and participate, but no Belarus flag, no Russian flag? And also let me also remind you that other sporting bodies like the Grand Slam allow Russians to participate. So what's fair and what is not fair? Do you think it's fair enough?
Thank you very much for reminding me of that, Shitu. The thing I was going to talk to again was the fact that, when you form sports associations, basically what I think it should be a protection and a postulation of the sports itself, which means that it's about passion, right? But okay. I won't say, unfortunately, most of these sports bodies that we see right now, it's not about the passion. It's about business.
Okay.
It's about business. Russia always sends one of the largest contingents to the Olympics. Always. So basically, are we talking about business here, or are we talking about sports? So for me, still, it comes down to the fact that the IOC will not tell us why Germany was suspended from the Olympics, but Russia won't. I think, like you said, is it fair that Germany was not allowed to participate in the Olympics because it fought World War II, but Russia will be allowed to because he invaded Ukraine? I don't understand it.
And you also mentioned about the South African apartheid that...
Yes. It's the value of human beings. You look through the thread. Apartheid didn't value human beings, and they were kicked out of international competitions. Germany didn't value human beings, and they went to war. Russia does not value human beings and invaded Ukraine. So why do we have to go a roundabout route and say, is it fair? That's what I said. Australia Open would allow this one would allow this, Wimbledon would ban this and then unban it. It is all about the money. Unfortunately, sports is about money right now in 2023. And the bodies would not do anything to allow where those monies are coming from to be shut off. So we're going to be having a very, very delicate balance sheet. And as long as we do not hold any powers, unfortunately, again, Russia is one of the, security members in the United Nations. So, and it has to pass through a consensus vote. That means every of the members has to vote yes. And Russia will not vote yes against itself.
Yeah, and maybe Russia case might be the case of there must be someone above the law, because I remember vividly that there was no, when in South Africa during the apartheid era, they did not allow them participate in the Olympics and international events, and nobody came out and said they should participate as a neutral. Why do you think the Russia are superpower? Why do you think the Russia's case might be different?
So, Shitu, I know you're a very intelligent person. You're just knocking at the issues. Right now, we know about what is happening in the world food economy. We know what is happening about energy. We know all those things. And Russia is at the center of all these things. So, like I said, it is not just about sports. It's about money. It's about business. And as long as Russia is a superpower in those things, there's almost a smidgen of reality that they will be stopped from coming to Paris next year.
Okay, how about if there's a clear evidence that the athletes coming from Russia have, in past, after investigation, does not have a link or a support for Putin's invasion to Ukraine? And these are neutral athletes that just want to actualize a dream. Let's not forget these are individuals that want to actualize a dream.
You know that we know that life is not fair. Let me just give you a recent example, and it happened to Nigeria under the Abacha regime.
Okay.
And I still remember this today with some pains. I believe that because the Eagles were the most dominant team after the 1994 World Cup,
Yes.
which was translated even at the 1996 Olympics.
Yes.
I believe that if we had not been barred from competing at the Nations Cup in 96, that we would have won at least 3 consecutive Nations Cup tournaments. But it's not fair. But the value of human life at that point meant that CAF did not allow the Eagles compete. So what's the difference now? Don't let us, like I said, don't postulate. You cannot postulate about a human being. A human being is a human being. It's either you value the person's life or you don't. And if you don't, you should not be amongst the Committee of Nations. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let also tell you the update on that is the fact that some nations have come out to say that if Russia accepts, if IOC accept Russia, whether as a neutral athlete or the flags, national anthem will not be played or none of the flag will be shown, that they're going to boycott the Olympics. Are you on that side that accept this?
Definitely, I support that. I believe you stand up for what you believe in. And the Nordic countries especially, and I know that those are the ones you are mentioning, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. They are known as very fair communities. So if they are saying that they will not attend, yes, I totally support them. It is their right to say they are not attending. But what economic might do they bring to the Olympics? That's the question. The other side of that question. They are very rich countries, definitely, yes. But how many athletes they send to the Olympics? Together, all of them.
So at the end of the day, from your own analysis and vision on this, how do you think it will pounce out? The topic is going to continue because it's barely a year and we're already talking about this. How do you think it will pounce out? This political play, who do you think will, do you think Russia, at the end of the day, will have the last laugh?
Okay, let me toe the optimism line, Chitu. In the next 4 to 7 weeks, the Russian invasion of Ukraine will be over. There will be a ceasefire and the de-escalation of that war. At that point, I think the
IOC
will say that on the benefit of that we should not continue to, hammer an ant. It's already down. That we should allow, because of human kindness, because the war is over now. There is nothing stopping Russia from coming, even if they don't come under that flag, but because the athletes didn't do anything wrong, like they have said, that they should be able to come to Paris and mix with their colleagues and competitors. I think that is what will happen.
So how easy for the world to forget, if, in your opinion, that if perhaps the next 3 or 4 months the world ends and we now go back to Russia joining the Olympics. Do you think that could come so easy without another threat from who are still not seeing the injury, the havoc Russia must have caused to Ukraine? Do you think that can easily be swept under the carpet without some countries saying they are going to boycott it?
Okay, so let me just put it like this. Let me use this to answer it. Let me use this analogy to answer it. There's been wars between Israel, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and all of those guys. There was the 1972 killings at the Olympics. But those nations are being represented today at the Olympics. So let me just stop it there. So sports inadvertently finds a way of bringing together even adversaries. So I think yes, some people are going to say it's still not fair to allow them to come, blah, blah, blah. But if that war ends before June, trust me, Shitu, Russian athletes will be in Paris next year.
Yes, I think if I should have any opinion, I think that would be the possible thing. Because even as that now that the war is going on, the IOC still wants them to compete as a neutral athlete. So just imagine if the war is over. Lastly, on that topic, how do you think, or how possible, I think that was my first question, but I want more from you. How do you think sport and politics, can they ever be separated? Or it's going to be a case of who is involved? Because sometimes sports fraternity tends to have their own decision and do things on their own, regardless of what's going on in politics. But would there be a case of there will be a total eradication of politics from sports?
Never. As long as there are human beings doing the politics and people doing human beings doing sports, it can never be eradicated from each other. We just had a recent example. You just mentioned the Qatar World Cup. You know how vexed most Western nations were against that World Cup. But FIFA followed the money and they made money. So, like I said, these sports have become business.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
And as long as you cannot untangle business from people and people from politics, they're going to continually be entangled. It's a continuous entanglement until the world ends. So let's forget about, it's just it's good to say it when you are doing strategy. Say, let's separate sport from politics. But how do you want to do it? The people that are playing the sports are also politicians. Even if they are not card carrying. They believe in one party or the other. They believe in one candidate or the other. They have views concerning the politics of either their country or their association and everything. So why do we always have this, even during the NFF elections, you had this block, you had that block. That is it. See, there's no way, as long as people are the ones doing the sports, that you can take politics out of it. Okay. Politics is a way of life for human beings. And in every sphere, it will always be present.